Hey guys, what's up? It's Crumb, and welcome to your Mourning's End Part 2 quest guide for the 2007 servers. So for this quest, it's recommended to have 60 plus agility and 43 plus prayer. For the items needed, you'll need a chisel, a rope, a death talisman, and you will also need your full mourner clothing. For recommended items, it's recommended to bring a Ardougne teleport. If you completed rat catchers, don't forget about that teleport to Ardougne. That could be helpful. Having a elf teleport crystal on you is also going to be very helpful because it lets you get to Lieta, which is where we'll start this quest, and we need to go back to Ardougne here more than a few times. Having lots of food and prayer potions on you too is going to be pretty much essential for this quest because you need to protect from melee with your prayer, and having high prayer bonus armor such as proselyte, a silver sickle, a holy wrench, or any other gear is also going to be very useful, and bring some Ardougne teleports. Alright, so to start this quest, go ahead and talk to Ardougne and Lieta, or however you pronounce that name. It's the elf camp, and you'll go through a little bit of a dialogue with him here, a little bit more than me. I already spoke to him, and then you need to head to Ardougne. West Ardougne to be exact. I'm going to use my rat catcher's minigame teleport because I can use it every 28 minutes. So if you have that, go ahead and use it to get it out of the way. It'll bring you a little bit closer to the gate of West Ardougne. For this part, make sure you have nothing equipped but your mourner clothing outfit. Don't have any armor on, anything else, otherwise it won't work. Go ahead and run through the gate here into West Ardougne, just like we did in Mourning's End Part 1, and we need to go and talk to the head mourner again. Run to the southmost room and talk to the head mourner. He's going to give you a key. Make sure that you have, make sure you have room in your inventory for that. If not, just go ahead and pick it up. Now run to the west side of the building here and use your key on the door. And now run west following this little train track here. Take the northern path, the big wide one, and then take the one that is to the southwest. There's some dark beasts here. Would be recommended to pray melee if you're worried about them. And you'll get a little cutscene. That's how you know you're in the right spot. There'll be some dead guards here. Also, there will be some like shadow things around here, which you'll need to pray melee from. So go ahead and search the guard that is against the wall, and you will find a journal and a color wheel. Go ahead and make sure you get both those in your inventory. Then head west into the building. And keep heading west until you hit the staircase. Climb up the staircase. From here, we're going to be running south. And at this point, if you want, you can equip your prayer bonus gear. Keep on running south. And climb up the ladder that's here. And now run north. And going west on the first path, climbing down the staircase. And then climb up the staircase. And now we're going to be running to the east. All the way until we get to the first turn here. And then we'll be running south. Make sure you have a free inventory spot free by this point. If not, you can just drop something when you're there. Or sorry, it'll give you another item. So make sure you do have one free. So this crystal here, go ahead and use your chisel on it, and you will get a blackened crystal. Then use your teleport crystal to go back and speak to the guy we started the quest with. Go ahead and speak to Ardougne. Then the girl will appear from Mourning's End Part 1, and go ahead and use the blackened crystal on her and then speak to her again after you give her the black crystal, and she will give you a newly made crystal. Alright, so now that journal that we got, go ahead and make sure you read through that thing. And now let's go head back to West Ardougne. Make sure you put on your full mourner's outfit and take off any weapons or items that aren't a part of it. Run up to the head mourner again. And just go through the door, don't worry about talking to the head mourner. Then make your way back to the castle. Once you make it back to the castle, climb up this staircase to the west and then run to the east. Go ahead and search the Pillar of Light and take the mirror from it. Now make sure that you do have 4 inventory slots free. And go ahead and pull this crystal collector that is to the east of that mirror Pillar of Light thing. And then once you pull it, right click and hit collect and say take all the items. Now once you've done that, go ahead and use a hand mirror on the Pillar of Light. And then right click and hit search Pillar of Light and click on rotate the mirror. Now rotate the mirror so it looks like mine on the screen here and so it's facing north. Okay, so now we need to run north a little bit and use one of the mirrors again on this Pillar of Light. Now if these things attack you, you won't be able to search it, so make sure they're not attacking you, and then search it and rotate the mirror. And we need to make this one go to the west. Just like so, and now we're going to run west and use a mirror on this Pillar of Light. And then search it and rotate the mirror and make this one go south. Alright, now we're going to run south here. And this time we're going to be using our yellow crystal on this one. And now keep on running south. And use your hand mirror on this pillar here. Now, sometimes these will line up right, so you won't need to search it, but this time if it doesn't, go ahead and search it, rotate the mirror, and make the thing point east. Okay, so now we need to just come here east a little bit and climb across this wall. Now, if you do fall, go ahead and run west all the way around until you get back to the entrance. It's pretty simple to get back. So climb this wall support again. So now we need to pass through this light door here. and open this closed chest and search the open chest. Now pass back through this light door and try to climb the wall support again. Now we need to return back to where we collected all those materials from the lever. If you fall, just run back. If you don't fall, just run back again. So once you're back up here, collect from the crystal collector, and then click it again to collect and take all of the items. Now make sure that you do have the yellow shield in here. Looking at my inventory, I don't have enough room for all these things, so I'm going to drop a prayer potion. And now I have everything. So use a mirror on this first pillar of light and make it point north. Okay, now we're going to run north and use a hand mirror on this pillar of light. Then search the pillar of light here and rotate the mirror, making it go west. Then use your cyan crystal on the pillar of light that is just to the west, and then continue running west and use a hand mirror on this pillar. Then go ahead and safe spot these bad boys because they're kind of annoying, and rotate the mirror so this one points to the north. I need to kill this guy. Rotate this mirror so it faces north. I went past it there. And then run up north with the light. And use a hand mirror on this pillar. And rotate this mirror, making sure it points east, and then run east and use your yellow crystal on the pillar, turning the light green, and keep running east, and then pass through this light door. Then you can go ahead and open this closed chest and search it, and you should find 2 mirrors. Now let's go ahead and run back to the reset point. Pull on the crystal collector. And then collect from it. And take all of the items. If you try to collect from it again, and it lets you, if it doesn't say there's no items left, then there is still items left in there. So make some room for them. Okay, so go ahead and use a mirror on this first one here, once again, and make this point north. Then run up north with it. Use a mirror on this bad guy. Make it face west. Run with it west to the next pillar. Get ready to use your cyan crystal on it. Turning the light blue. Keep on running west. Use a mirror on this pillar. Search it, rotate the mirror, make it go north. Then keep on running up north with this. Use the mirror on this pillar. Search it, rotate the mirror, make sure it points east. Then use a mirror on this pillar. Search it, rotate it. And make this one point upwards. So keep rotating the mirror until you see the beam of light go up like this, and then you're good to go. Okay, so now climb up the ladder which is to the north, and use a mirror on this pillar, and make sure this bad boy points to the west. Now climb down and run south. And climb up this ladder and run north, and then take the first turn to the west. And climb down this ladder, and climb up this ladder, and run to the west. And to the north. There'll be a couple of agility things here, like saw blades, I think they are. And then you're in this room here. Now go ahead and use a mirror on this one, and then search it and rotate the mirror and make it look exactly like mine looks like, because you need to face it down. There's no real way of telling. So make sure it looks exactly like I have on screen now and it's not pointing anywhere. So right here, you see top right, make sure it looks like that. Okay, so now we need to head back the way that we came. And once you're back at the starting point, climb down the staircase. Then run north and take the first west path. Then head north again. And west on the first west path. You'll eventually get to a light door down here. Go ahead and pass through that. And search this pillar and rotate the mirror until it faces south. Once you've done that, close out and pass through the light door. And head east in this room. And open this closed chest. And search the open chest. Now we need to head back to the quest, like the start area of this whole light thing where the collection lever is. But whatever you do, don't reset this, otherwise you'll be a salty camper. To get back through, just go ahead and rotate the mirror again. Alright, so once you're back at the start point, just run north. And then take the first west. And now search the pillar of light that you put the blue one into and take the crystal from it. And then put your yellow crystal into it. And now we just need to run back upstairs. So once you climb up the ladder there, run north and then take your first west up to these two staircases, climb down and then climb up and then go west. Use a mirror on this thing. Or sorry, there's already one in it, so just go ahead and search it. And rotate the mirror and make it face south. Then run south. Skip over the mirror in the center, or the pillar in the center, as long as it's facing it south. As long as it's pointing this beam south. And then at this pillar, use your mirror on it and make it point to the east. Sorry, no, that's a lie. Go ahead and search it and make the thing point downwards. So it should look exactly like it does now on my screen, the skinny end of the mirror facing down and the larger end facing north. Okay, now just head a little bit north and take the first east path. And keep running east until you hit the first south path. Sorry, skip over the first south path and then take the second one and run down from there. Climb down this ladder. Go east a little bit into this room with the hole in it. Climb over the low wall that's in the way. And now use your rope on this little rock. Then you can climb down it, and from here head west. And then south there should be a door that you pass through. And go ahead and open the chest in here and search it. And now let's head back to the starting point. Now, once you're back up here, let's just go ahead and head back to the start, which will just be a little bit northeast of here. Go ahead and reset the thing by pulling it and then collecting. So I need to make room. So go ahead and use a crystal mirror on this first pillar of light and make it face north. Make this one face west. Continue on going west. And make this one go south. Continue on south. Use your yellow crystal on this one. Keep on going south. Use your crystal on this. Search the pillar. And rotate it to face east. And now we can go ahead and climb on this wall support again. And once you get past, just pass through the light door here. And use your blue crystal on the pillar of light, and then you can head right back out. So go ahead and cross back over this wall. And if you fall, that's fine. Just make your way back. So if you did fall, just make your way back to the other side of this little wall part, and then from there run up north. And search the pillar of light and take the crystal from it. Now continue up north more. And we need to rotate this mirror until the light is pointing straight up. Now, once you're done with that, run south. And climb up the ladder here. Run north. Use your fractured crystal on this pillar of light, and then head east, or west, my bad. And then, well, you get attacked by a couple shadows here. Then use a mirror on this. Using your mirror, and then rotate the thing so it's facing downwards. So rotate this thing so the wide end of it is facing east, like this right here, like I have it. Then you can close out of it and then run a little bit northeast and climb down this staircase, and then climb up this one. Run over northeast again and use a mirror on this pillar of light. And we need to make this pillar face south. So go ahead and rotate it. Just like so. Okay, so now we need to run back south a little bit here, a little bit southwest. And up. And then go east, and you'll see these all kind of interlace, and from there go south. Okay, now on this one here, just go ahead and trap this shadow, and use your mirror on the pillar, and rotate it, and make it go east. Just like that. Now we're going east with it. And at this pillar, use a mirror on it. And then search it and rotate it. And make it face so the water part is up to the north, and the shallow, or I don't know what you call that, the less wide part is facing south. I lied. Rotate it so the wider part is facing west and the not so wide part is facing east. Now go ahead and run out of here by going west. And climb down the ladder here. Now run north. Climb down the staircase. Run a little bit south. And then head west. Make sure you use a mirror on the pillar here. And now rotate it so it faces south. Now we need to run east. And then north. And climb back up this staircase. Come south. Search this pillar of light and take the mirror. Now we need to run back north and climb down that staircase which we just came up, and then head south again and go east at the first, or west at the first turn. I always get my east and west confused. And we'll be back at our pillar of light here. Go ahead and run south, and then we get to this bend. Use one of your mirrors on it and make sure that it's facing east. And now we should be able to go through this door here, no problem. Now go ahead and safe spot this shadow. Then go ahead and search this pillar here. So make sure that your mirror is in it. And then search the pillar and rotate the mirror and make it face north. We can now pass through this yellow barrier here. And there'll be a chest inside. Go ahead and open that closed chest and search it. And you'll get a couple mirrors. And I think maybe we got a gem. I'm not sure. Anyways, run out. Pass through this door. We need to head back to that collection zone again where we can reset the thing. So just run west from here. Then go south, or north, east, and north to go up the ladder. Alright, so this part's pretty annoying. If you don't have room in your inventory, you're going to need to make some. So go ahead and collect all of the items back after you pull this thing to reset it. And try to make room which way you can. I'm gonna need to probably drop my gear. So this color pinwheel, we don't actually need it anymore, so you can go ahead and drop that and maybe pick back up something that you dropped. And then you can go ahead and use your hand mirror on this little pillar over here and make the thing face north. We now from here need to run up north and use a mirror on this thing. And then rotate it and make the wider part face down towards south, just like that. You can run back and pick up some items now. You have some space if you're like me. Now go ahead and run down this staircase here. And then head north. Use a mirror on this pillar of light and make it face west. So now we are going to go ahead here and head to the west. And use your fractured crystal on the pillar here. And then continue on west until you hit the dead end and run north. And then once you're all the way north, head east. Once you're east, use a mirror on this one. We need to make it point upwards. And once it's facing upwards, we can run back. and up this ladder. And you can use a yellow crystal on this. Now go ahead and climb up this ladder here. Use a mirror on this pillar of light and make it face west. Now climb down the ladder and run south. Well, sorry, first go west and then go south. Then east over to the alley and then go south. Climb up the ladder here. And go north until you hit the two staircases again. And climb down the first one, climb up the next. And then head northwest. Cross these traps. And use a hand mirror on the pillar in here. And rotate the mirror so it faces south. Now at this pillar, use a hand mirror on it again, and rotate the thing until it's facing east. Now we need to run down to the basement of this complex. Once you climb down this ladder, go south. And then west. And use another one of the fractured crystals on this pillar of light here, splitting it. And then use a hand mirror on this pillar. And rotate it to point upwards. Now head east. And use a hand mirror on this pillar. And then rotate it till the light is facing upwards. Then after that, you can head back upstairs. Then we're going to head south here. Climbing up this ladder. Then use your hand mirror on this pillar. And rotate it until it faces west. Now we need to run east here and use a hand mirror on this pillar, and then make sure it's facing west, and then head back west to this pillar and use a hand mirror on it and make sure it's facing north. And now we can run down this staircase, which is just to the northwest. Now we're going to head up this staircase here and run out to the east and use a hand mirror on this pillar of light, and then rotate it so it faces west. Then run west over to the next pillar and use the blue crystal on it. And now head back down the staircase. Okay, so now that we're here, what we need to do is climb down this staircase, pass through this light door here, go ahead and search this pillar, rotate the mirror, and make it face west. Now go ahead and run west here, pass through the light door, and there'll be a little cutscene here with this dwarf. If you guys are Iron Man, you can't buy a death talisman in the Grand Exchange. I did put it on the front of the screen, I forgot to say. Anyways, so if that is the case, he's going to ask for random items. To get the death talisman, there's 50 different items. You need to simply go collect them and then come down here and talk to him. Link in the description to the wiki of this guide, and that will have all the items and all the information you need about them. Just check that out, get the items, and come here. Lucky for us non-Ironmans, we can just go to the Grand Exchange, buy a death talisman, and once you have it, use it on the mysterious ruins here, and then run up to the death altar and use your newly made crystal on it. Now come back, come out of the portal here, pass through the light door, and make sure, like, we don't really need to do this, but make sure, in case you ever want to come back to the death altar, what you want to do is you search the pillar of light here and rotate the mirror back. That way you won't need to set up that huge puzzle again. This way you can pass through the door. So now we need to come up here, and now we're just going to climb up this staircase, head east and south. Use your newly made crystal on this black crystal here. It'll turn white or whatever. And now we just need to, you don't need to chisel it, I'm crazy. Excuse me. Now we just need to teleport back to Ardougne, however you pronounce that guy's name, and talk to him, and that will be quest complete. And that's it, Mourning's End Part 2 complete. Lots of people always say these are hard quests, but honestly, I mean, everybody says all the quests are hard, and I never found them too hard. I think it's pretty easy. Pretty straightforward. I mean, there's nothing to go. Anyways, whatever. Don't mind me. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, love, peace, and chicken grease.